Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is another beautiful and wonderful day in March where we have our webinar, our monthly webinar. And today is very interesting because we have one of the best in the industry in terms of facilities management technology. And he will be taking us through improving facilities management process with a robust CMMS and CAFM. We'll know what CMMS is all about, what CAFM is all about, in short, some people call it CAFM, and he'll be taking us through some important tips today. So sit back, relax and enjoy and learn from the masters again. Now, as part of our ritual, we'll take taking polls throughout the webinar. Question and answer will be at the presentation, and this PowerPoint is being recorded and will be made available to all registered participants, and we appreciate your attentiveness and also your patronage all the time when we announce that we are having a webinar. Thank you. We would like to also appreciate our usual sponsors, BIFM Nigeria, IFMA Abuja chapter, Nigeria Info, where we normally have our weekly radio program, FMTalk 360, where we engage the professionals, where we engage the leaders in their respective positions, and we discuss burning issues about facilities management in Nigeria and how we can raise the profile of the professionals. And also we would like to thank CSEF Solutions, the inventors or producers of SysDex facility management software. And today we are proud and happy and appreciate the co-producer, co-founder rather of CSEF Solutions. So thank you today for the sponsorship. So a little bow of the presenter today in terms of Mr. Johnson, who is an information technology professional with over 12 years experience in project management, system analysis, design and administration, IT project and service management. He has managed multiple deployments of CAFM and CMMS solutions for both commercial and residential buildings. Prior to CSAF solution, Johnson was involved in design and development of various technology solutions for the Nigeria custom modernization project nationwide, which includes solutions for Microsoft, HP, Oracle, Cisco, and Red Hat. He has a host of vendor certifications which include MCTS, CISA, ITIL version 3, Oracle Certified Professional, CompTIA Linux Plus, and a host of others which our screen will not be able to take. This shows that he has a wide range of experience and exposure in facilities management related technology. So I would like to hand you over to Mr. Johnson. Mr. Johnson, I hope you are prepared. I would like to hand over to you right away. Okay.
All right.
So go ahead, sir.
All right. Please, I'm trying to share my screen here.
Yeah, go ahead and share your screen.
Just give me a few minutes.
Okay.
Okay, can you all see my screen?
Yes, we can.
All right. So, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Johnson. We're going to be discussing improving facility management process with robust CMMS and CAFM and computer-aided facility management system. Okay. We're going to be looking at the definition of CMMS, the explain the key components of computerized maintenance management system, the benefits of implementing a CMMS, and things to consider before implementing a computerized maintenance management system. Before I proceed, I would like to appreciate Mr. Olumide Aino and the FMTalk 360 team for organizing this meeting and for creating awareness for the facility management industry in Nigeria. I would like to say kudos and continue the good work. So let's start with a little background information. Facility management, as we all know it, can be categorized into two distinct functions. We have the technical functions and the administrative functions. The technical functions include things like repairs, inspections, and other maintenance activities. These are the activities required to actually get the job done in facilities management. While we also have the administrative functions, which includes activities such as the documentation, scheduling of tasks and jobs and maintenance activities, communication and collaboration with your customers, which are your end users, the vendors, your technicians, and your co-workers. The resource coordination and assignments, defining strategies, plans, procedures, and lots of HSE considerations. Also reporting. What we've noticed is that more than 50% of facility managers spend half of their, as in majority of facility managers spend 50% of their time on all these administrative activities, on documentation, on communication, on resource coordination, on plans, procedures, on health, safety, and environment considerations, and a whole lot of other things, and also submitting reports to the management. So this is where a computerized maintenance management system comes in. It helps you to automate all these administrative functions, and therefore you can save a whole lot of time and concentrate more on getting the job done. So what is a CMMS system? I have like 3 definitions here that we're going to explore one after the other. The first one is a computerized maintenance management system as software packages designed to improve the day-to-day administrative functions involved in facilities management. And we've already looked at all these administrative functions. With a CMMS, you can easily document all facility management activities. You can schedule tasks, you can schedule jobs, you can communicate and collaborate better with your team. It gives you tools to be able to coordinate resources and assign your vendors, your technicians, materials, and a whole lot of other activities can be performed with a CMMS system. It also helps you with reporting for decision making. So the second definition, which is well, like a description, is with a CMMS, you can easily track the location, usage, maintenance activities, and operational costs of managed facilities and assets. You can, with a CMMS system, with a click of a button, you can see the maintenance history of all your assets and also the facilities and the locations that you manage, including their cost and also the transfer of assets from one location to the other, the usage of assets, and a whole lot of other information. Then CMMS also provides you with tools to record, schedule, assign, communicate, and monitor all facility management activities for quick and easy report generation for management decision making. A CMMS system will let you gather a whole lot of data, and from this data you can convert them to information which can now be used by top management for decision making. So what are the key components of a computerized maintenance management system? A robust computerized maintenance management system will at least have 6 out of these 7 key components. We have the help desk, work order management, scheduling, vendor and technician management, asset management, inventory control, invoicing, and payment tracking. So let's look at all these components one after the other, which are the features of a computerized maintenance management system. Facility management most times is defined as the integration of the people, the place, and the processes. So FDEX management helps you to cater for the people. Achieving service excellence in facility management is only possible if you maintain a seamless end user communication and feedback system, which allows you to better communicate and also relate with your end users and your customers. So CMMS make this very, very possible. With a CMMS, you can give your end users a simple mobile and web interface for them to submit their work request. You can give them a simple interface for them to rate and also to provide feedback when a job has been completed. In fact, the majority of CMMS system will give you, will communicate back to your end user when you close a particular request. And it will give the end user an interface to rate the quality of job done and also to provide feedback. You can also use CMMS to better communicate work order progress to your customers and your end user. You can use it to inform end users of service interruptions due to maintenance. For example, in a facility where you have a swimming pool and you want the swimming pool will be shut down for maintenance, it is normal, it is part of achieving, it is relevant or paramount in service delivery and service management for you to inform your occupants to let them know that the facility won't be, the swimming pool won't be available within a particular hour, which is the maintenance period. So with the CMMS system, it makes communication and sending bulk notifications and bulk announcements to your client a breeze. Work order management. A well-implemented, robust CMMS will make it ridiculously easy for you to create and categorize and also prioritize work orders. You can assign technicians and also vendors to work orders. You can check the availability of a particular vendor or a particular artisan before you assign them to a work order. You can record required materials, spare parts, and the costs involved in a particular maintenance job. You can assign, escalate, and communicate work order as required. In fact, most CMMS comes with a workflow engine where you can build a workflow engine to adapt to your organizational process. Therefore, you can pass a job from one personnel to another personnel, from one department to another department. You can push it to a manager for approval, and you can achieve a whole lot of workflow functionalities with a work order management system. Then a CMMS will let you configure service level agreement for each of your projects and for individual facilities. And you can also monitor compliance. You can report percentage compliance per month, per year for a particular facility, and even for a particular technician or a vendor. With the CMMS, you can monitor key KPIs such as response time, resolution time, frequency of repeated jobs. A CMMS allows you to reopen a job if it's not done properly, and it can now report back to you the number of times a particular job was reopened or the number of reopened job within a certain period of time. Then with the CMMS, you can rate the quality of a performed job. Some CMMS, some very good, comprehensive, robust CMMS will give you a functionality to rate the quality of the work order that was performed. You can rate it as either excellent, good, fair, poor, or awful. Preventive maintenance. It is a known fact that the best way to deal with a problem is to prevent it. And preventive maintenance is the core of facilities management. With a facility management strategies must be aimed at moving your preventive maintenance, your maintenance activities from crisis mode to planning mode. Therefore, you're going to have less of crisis and more of planning. If you have a well-structured plan preventive maintenance in place, you're going to have less crisis in your facility. Then it helps you to move your maintenance from reactive to proactive. with a preventive maintenance plan in place, you will be more proactive and less reactive. You're going to have less of disruption and more of predictions. That means you can predict when an equipment is about to fail, rather than waiting for it to fail for you to repair it, which could be very, very costly. So basically, a preventive maintenance plan, a well-structured and a well-structured plan preventive maintenance will make it easier for you to reduce the number of reactive jobs, the number of embarrassments that you experience in a particular facility. It can help you to reduce the cost of equipment replacement, catastrophic breakdowns, reduce the number of service calls, and this can only be achieved with a planned preventive maintenance program. So with a CMMS, you can achieve all these things because it gives you a tool to easily schedule routine activities such as inspections, servicing, and testing. You're going to receive automated reminders close to the due date of every scheduled PPM. Then advanced CMMS support predictive and condition-based maintenance, such as IoT and sensors. I'm going to elaborate a little bit on this. In this age of machine learning, in this age of Internet of Things, facility management is already part of the IoT program. What I mean is, in this current age, we need to move from predictive maintenance to, we need to move to predictive maintenance. And how does this work? With little sensors and Internet of Things devices, you can monitor the condition of each of your assets, each of your equipment, and report directly to a CMMS system. And with that, the system can predict the condition of a particular asset and will let you know when an asset is about to fail. So with this, you can quickly maintain the asset before failure arises. So this is where IoT and sensors comes into play. So for some advanced CMMS system, they help you with predictive and condition-based maintenance. And this is the future of facilities management. We have lots of building management systems that already have sensors that predicts when a particular socket is about to go down, that predicts when a particular AC is about to malfunction, or when a particular generator is due for servicing. So we have all these things in place, and this should be the future of facilities management. With the well-implemented CMMS system, you're going to have a database of all your technicians and all your vendors, including their contact details and every information about them, including their availability. So with the CMMS, it's very easy for you to confirm technicians' availability. It's very easy for you to also assign technicians or vendors to a work order. You can keep technicians and vendors informed through automated alerts. So when you assign a job to a particular vendor or a technician, they receive an SMS or email alert to inform them that they've been assigned to a job. So it reduces the number of phone calls that you have to make to communicate with your vendors or your technicians. Then you can generate a job completion form for a closed work order. You can track the payment history for a particular job, and you can objectively appraise vendors and technician performance using criteria such as frequency of repeated work order, response and average resolution time, end user satisfaction rating, and feedback. This is very, very important because when you have technicians and vendors that are working for you, you want to appraise them at the end of the year or at the end of the month to know the level of the quality of job that was performed, and how compliant these artisans are to your set service level agreement. And this is only possible if you have data, and this data can only be gathered using a well-implemented computerized maintenance system. So it helps you to objectively appraise your vendors instead of the subjective means of appraising vendors, which could be the beauty of the vendor or the way he smiles, the way he addresses you, and a whole lot of other subjective qualities. But with a CMMS system, it gives you the tools and the information that you need to properly and objectively appraise the vendors and also your technicians' performance. So, for example, if you assign 5 jobs to a particular technician and you have to call him back to redo 3 of those jobs, then he has not done a good job within that particular month. Also, for average resolution time, the response time, if it takes more than the agreed service level agreement or due date that you've already set, if a job goes beyond this particular date, then your vendor or technician has not done a good job. Same for the satisfaction rating that is coming directly from the end user and also from your facility managers and the feedbacks that you get from the artists, from your customers. This information comes together as real objective ways or objective means for you to appraise your vendor's performance. Asset and inventory management features. Everything that is being managed is an asset. Your facility is an asset. The equipment in the facility, they are all assets. So therefore, a robust CMMS system will have an asset register and also asset maintenance features. So a CMMS system will give you a central database for all your assets, including details such as asset tag, the serial number, the location of that asset, the manufacturer, the model, the warranty information, the supplier, purchase price, and also the date. With a CMMS system, you can track assets and facilities maintenance history and the maintenance cost. You can easily locate spare parts and that is required for a particular maintenance job. Most times when there is a breakdown in of a particular asset, there's always a mad rush for you to locate the spare part that will be required to bring that asset up as soon as possible. But sometimes you'll be surprised you get to the store and these spare parts are already out of stock. So with the CMMS system, you can prevent this. You can mitigate against this embarrassment. How does this work? With the CMMS system, you can have a reorder level configured in the system for every spare part and every stock you have your store. And you can receive automated alerts when the stock level has reached the minimum set reorder level. And again, it can even assist you in reducing costs on inventory, aging. You don't have to with a maximum reorder level set in the system. You don't need to overstock a particular item. You know what you have in the store at every point in time, and you know when to reorder and when not to reorder. And this can help you in budgeting and also in reducing the cost and also in cash flow management. Then with the inventory control feature, you can better manage stock requests and transfers. A CMMS system will give you an interface for your personnel to request for a particular for materials or for spare parts, and you can transfer these items to them directly from the application. And what this gives you is an automated way for you to control what you have in store at every point in time, and an automated way for you to audit what you have in store at every point in time. Therefore, what you believe is the quantity you have in the system and not the quantity you have in store, because there are a lot of fraud when it comes to inventory control. With a well-implemented CMMS system, you can reduce this fraud by a huge percentage. You can cut out on fraud that has to do with inventory. You can cut out on misuse of some materials. You can know where exactly your stocks are being used, where they are being used for maintenance, maybe which assets consume the particular spare parts. You can know which particular facility used up a particular set of materials. And this is an optional feature for majority of the CMMS system we have in the market. With an invoicing and payment tracking module, you can create and send invoice and track payments for work order, for service charge, and utility bills. You can do service charge apportionment, and you can even configure online payment. You can integrate a web-based CMMS with your banking with your bank, and your end users can make payments for a job directly with their MasterCard or with their Web card or any of those credit cards that they have. So reporting and analytics. This is where everything comes together when in CMMS implementation. The whole essence of having your data in a CMMS system is to be able to report and make decisions. So I'm presenting you with a data pyramid. It's like a reporting pyramid. So everything starts from the data. The more close to the source for data collection, the better. So with the CMMS system, you have different interfaces for people or for your end users to make requests into the system, to submit information into the system. And you have a whole lot of data. Then with this data, the system can process it and give you information. Information is what is as a result of different analytics that has been created or developed in the CMMS system. The more advanced the CMMS system, the more information you can get from the data you already have in the system. Then you have the knowledge layer. The knowledge layer takes the information and apply your know-how to now present good for decision making. So with the information you have and your know-how, you have the knowledge to make good decisions. So this is the reporting pyramid. This is the analytics and the reporting pyramid. With a CMMS system, this becomes very, very easy because the CMMS system already has the data and it can give you good information which you apply your know-how to in making good decisions. So what are the benefits of implementing a CMMS system? Number one, cost reduction. With the CMMS system, you can reduce cost in a whole lot of ways. In fact, there's a study that shows that with the CMMS system, you can reduce your annual maintenance cost by 15 to 30% annually. So how do you reduce this cost? Number one, paper cost. You can cut down on paper cost. The cost of printing paper, the cost of handling the paper, cost of filing the papers, storage and retrieving the paper. The cost of buying paper is not the only cost that you incur when it comes to paper cost. There are a whole lot of other costs. The cost of logistics in handling the paper, of filing it, of storing it, the space usage in storing the data. You have to calculate the cost per square meter your filing cabinets are occupying in your different offices, and also the cost of retrieving these documents. How many hours of your personal time are used up in retrieving documents that you've stored months or years back? These are costs that you need to look at, and with the CMMS system, you can reduce this cost. Then also the personnel cost. 50% of your facility management time are spent on administrative functions, and with the CMMS system, you can reduce time spent on all these administrative functions. Communication becomes seamless. Documentation becomes very easy and accessible to everyone. Looking up on history of maintenance history of assets and a whole lot of other information becomes easy with a click of a button. So you can cut down on the excess time wasted by your facility managers on administrative duties. What about cost reduction in your reactive maintenance cost due to functional PPM program? If you have a well-established, a well-structured functional PPM program, you can reduce the number of reactive jobs. You can reduce the number of breakdowns in your company. I'll use a car as an example because the majority of us are car owners. If you have a car and that is meant to be serviced at 6,000 miles every 3 months, based on the usage, and you refuse to service the car, you increase the chance of breakdown. you increase the chance of your car breaking down on your way to work, and you even risk your engine going bad. And this is going to cost you more than when you have changed the oil, for example. So for you to reduce and cut down on breakdowns and reactive maintenance, you need a functional PPM program. And the CMMS system can help you implement a well-structured functional PPM program. It can let you know when an equipment is due for servicing. It can inform you and also track the progress of each maintenance job. And it can also escalate to top management if due date are not, if a particular maintenance job has passed its due date. You can have several levels of escalations built into a computerized maintenance management system. And also with the computerized maintenance management system, you can minimize equipment breakdown. You can extend your asset life cycle. How does this work? A well-serviced equipment will last longer, will have a longer lifetime compared to compared to equipment that was not well serviced. So it's clear, it's easy for you to see that if you have a well-structured PPM program in place, then you can extend your equipment life cycle by a few more years. Then it helps you to streamline your operations, to reduce time spent on administrative tasks. It helps you to communicate better. It helps you to escalate and assign jobs easier, and it helps you in report generation. Then you can reduce inventory fraud. You can save a lot of money from inventory fraud. There are lots of inventory in this part of the world. There are lots of fraud when it comes to stock keeping, when it comes to inventory. With the CMMS system, you can cut down on loss with respect to inventory. Then you can gain better insight for decision making. As we have seen, because you have data or in your CMMS system, the CMMS system is capable enough to generate good information that you can use in decision making. So basically, a CMMS system will pay for itself in the first year. Studies have shown that if you invest in a CMMS system, the CMMS system is going to pay for itself in the first year. So I'll talk about Instanta. Instanta is an easy to use customizable and robust web-based application suite for facility management, asset and inventory management, property management, and fleet management. Instanta was developed by CCF Solutions. It's an indigenous facility management application built here in Nigeria, and it has all these functionalities. It is used by it is used in managing over 100 facilities currently in Nigeria and abroad, with over 400 users. So you are in good company. Instanta it's an advanced facility management system that gives you all these features and more. So if you want to request for a demo, maybe an on-site demo, you can go to the website, which is on your screen, and you can also call the number on your screen. So you can follow us on LinkedIn and also on Twitter. We roll out blog posts, updates on a regular basis. So thank you very much for your time, and I'm opening the floor for questions. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Johnson, thank you so much. Thank you. We appreciate your time, and it was really an eye-opener, I believe, for those that are just into facilities management for the first time, or have been trying to get more information about CMMS system and CAFM system. So I believe that we've all been able to understand the difference between what CMMS is all about and what CAFM is all about. Now we have opportunity of asking questions. I'll open the audio lines now for anyone who has one or two questions to ask Mr. Johnson away. So any question from anybody? Any question at all? You have questions to ask?
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hello. We
Can you
can.
hear me?
Yeah, we can.
Okay. This question is directed to Mr. Johnson. In terms of the asset register or asset register, how do you quantify when an asset is how do you quantify when an asset is about to if an asset is no longer in the register and we're replacing that asset with a similar register, are there going to be exponential changes in the software, or do we have to do any kind of back end changes again, or can we just remove and replace? What kind of software exactly are we working on? All right. For most CMMS system, it's very easy for you to remove a particular asset and add another and replace with another asset in the asset register. So what do I mean by this? You can easily retire a particular asset with no longer in use and transfer it directly to your store, and you can replace it with another asset. So when I mean replace with another asset, you just add another asset into the asset register with the full details of that particular asset, including the location of that asset. So it's very simple. It's just as simple as you removing that asset and replacing with another asset. And all the maintenance history of the old asset stays with the old asset. And the maintenance history, you can now create new maintenance history for the new assets that you're adding to your asset register. I hope this answers your question.
Okay.
Thank you very much.
Oh, okay. Thank you. Mr. Johnson, thank you so much for your time. We do appreciate you. We hope any other time we call you for a presentation, you oblige us.
Right. Thank you very much.
Oh, okay, fantastic. So we'll run along in our presentation. This is FMTalk 360. It's a platform whereby we share knowledge, we talk about growing trends in facilities management industry with a touchlight on Nigeria and Africa as a whole. There's a lot of deficit in terms of infrastructural growth, in terms of maintenance, in terms of housing, real estate, related things to facilities management, and that's why the idea of talking about FM was born out of these needs, these very, very important needs. A lot of people say Nigerians don't have maintenance culture, but I disagree. I think we don't have the right knowledge, we are not educated. That's why we are not making the right decision as we should. And that's what has brought up about FM Talk 360. We want to educate you, we want you to know what you are supposed to know, how to manage the built environment, how to manage your resources in terms of your building. Starts from your home. Charity begins at home. Any knowledge you have gained on this platform, apply it to your home. Apply it into your home and see how it's going to transform your own in terms of your resource, in terms of your asset reliability, in terms of your asset management. So check out our blog for enlightening articles on everything facilities management. Subscribe to our newsletters to get fresh articles, publications, and event details in your inbox. We are available for you to educate you to see how we can increase the profile of facility managers. Yet again, our next webinar is going to come up sometime soon, which also one of the great minds in facilities management in the country who is going to take us through some certain things about FM, and I'll employ us to register on time and make it a day, put it on our calendar, on our Google Calendar, to ensure that we don't miss this great opportunity. Like we said earlier on, the slides are going to be available on our website. They are going to be available on social media. We're going to send it to every one of you that have registered for this webinar. We are going to share this video on our social media platform so that you can listen to it over and over again and understand this aspect, this FM technology aspect of facilities management and how it can add value to your organization. Facilities management is a strategy, is a value added strategy. If what you are currently doing in your office is not adding value to you, then it's not facilities management. It has to be holistic. It has to consider the people, the place. It needs to have a fantastic process, not too complex process, a simple, well-written process that everybody can understand, and possibly an enabler like technology for you to achieve your defined objective. Thank you for joining us. You can follow us on our website, on our LinkedIn page, Twitter handle, and our Facebook page. We appreciate your time. Thank you so much for listening to us. We'll see you next time. Thank you. Thank you, everybody.